good afternoon, good evening. It all depends on your location. Right now, we've just got some informations that just emerged. It said reports have emerged on Wednesday claiming the Independent National Electoral Commission (Inec) may postpone the February 25th presidential election by a minimum of 2 weeks due to logistics issues. It was gathered that the incessant burning of Inec offices across the country and the insecurity challenges in the southeast and northeast may force the electoral body to shift the election by 14 days. Speaking to Daily Independent, a senior Inec official stated that while the electoral body is determined to stick with the scheduled date, recent development in the country may force it to announce an extension. He also said the Commission is doing all it can to stick to the announced dates, but given the numerous challenges being witnessed across the country, such as the burning of our offices, insecurity challenges, an attack on Inec officials, lingering fuel scarcity, coupled with problems arising from the Naira redesign, I won't be surprised if the election is postponed by 2 weeks minimum. That is minimum, which means it can be 2 months. He said, however, the Commissioner for Information and Voters Education of INEC, Festus Okoye, denied any plans to extend the election. According to Okoye, the dates fixed for the conduct of the elections remain firm. The dates fixed by the Commission for the conduct of the 2023 general elections are fixed and firm, he said. Also commenting on plans to postpone the election, the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, Rotimi Oyekami, said there are no plans to shift the elections. He also said, not at all. The Commission is not even contemplating shifting the 2023 general election. Okay, now, my people, coming to the analysis of this whole thing, you see, this is what they always do sometimes. They throw jabs all over the places. Sorry. They throw all the jabs to confuse the people. Because now, when you hear this headline now, INEC may postpone election by 2 weeks. What do you think? You say, oh, I know it. I know they are going to do it. In fact, this thing that we just see now is not coming out by accident. You know, this is what they always do. They prepare your mind for the inevitable so that when it happens, you won't be surprised. In fact, I won't be surprised if they postpone it for 2 months. Because it's the same thing. Every electionary year is the same thing every now and then. 2019, the same thing. 2014, it was the same thing. So, I mean, nothing new. So, but the problem is that whenever they are doing all these things sometimes, they use it to punish the ordinary man or the ordinary person or disrupt businesses. The same businesses that the government themselves don't even support. All they know is how to collect taxes that they will, actually or usually put in their own pocket and use for their own personal selves. And not for the country, neither do they use it for the state, nor for the country or for the economy at large. So that's what they do. They will cause problem, cause confusion in the minds and heads of the people, just because they want to be, they want to rule, or they want to be the leader. So now they prepared your mind that you should prepare your mind just in case they come up with this their normal usual games that they always play. So don't be surprised and don't be despair. So get ready. whatever game they throw, whatever banter they want to throw, then you know how to either dodge it or you catch it and throw it back at them. Then you move on. So that is it. That's just what you're hearing now. So, but whatever it is, like I said before, there's always a way, to go above all this their shenanigans. So yesterday in Niger State, the police gag. The police and the soldiers and the FRSC, which is the security outfit, they stopped pro-Tinubu rally at the stadium in Niger State there. So which means Niger State that is supposed to be an APC state is still having problem with their own presidential candidate coming into their own state or city capital, whether it's the state capital, to do what they have to do. So, but let's see if it was the state capital or somewhere around the Busa or whatever. He said the crisis rocking the Niger State chapter of the APC has deepened as security operatives have condoned of the new Busa Township Stadium, Bogu local government area venue of the APC presidential governorship candidate and what have you. He said the police and soldiers, men of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Civil Defense Corps, and the vigilantes were deployed to the new Busa Stadium venue of the planned rally as early as 8 a.m. for an event slated to hold from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The army came with 2 loaded pickup vans, while the policemen were dispatched from the state headquarters to join their colleagues in New Busa to ensure that no one gets into the already prepared venue. So journalists invited guests and supporters who came for the rally were turned back by the police, citing order from above. So the closure of the stadium came barely 24 hours after the commissioning of the rehabilitated new Busa Township Stadium, Bogu, Niger State, by the Deputy Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, APC Niger North. So he was the one that rehabilitated the said stadium, in preparation for this rally, I guess. So a support group called 774, under the leadership of the Senator representing Niger Youth, Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, had planned a grand lockdown rally for the presidential candidate Bola Asiwaju Tinubu and his running mate, Senator Kashim Shettima, as well as the governorship candidate Umar Muhammad Bago and his running mate Yakubu Gabar. So the mega rally was billed to hold at the new township stadium today, which was Tuesday, to mobilize supporters for the candidates. So the chief, he said the deputy chief, the deputy whip of the Senate, who is also the national coordinator, Project 774 for Tinubu Shettima 2023, had, through his special assistant operations, Mohammed Gaba Danladi, in a letter dated January 27th and addressed to the state party chairman, Haliru Zakari, notified the party of the planned rally. Senator Sabi, in a letter, also stated that the state working committee of the party was invited to the grand lockdown rally for the candidates and their running mates on the need to galvanize support and positively enhance the party's chances at the polls. However, the state working committee of the party, in a statement in Mina, on Monday by the publicity secretary, Malam Musa Dan Saki Daji, said the chairman of the party, Haliru Zakari, had disassociated himself from the rally. The 4-paragraph statement titled Niger APC disassociated herself from lockdown rally in Bogu and signed by the publicity secretary also directed all party faithful not to honor and attend such rally, claiming that the planned rally contravened unified campaign structure as designed by the party. According to the statement, the APC in Niger State, under the leadership of Haliru Zakari, has disassociated himself from the lockdown rally organized in New Busa in Bogu local government area of the state. The party wishes to draw attention to all party faithful not to honor and attend such rally. This is colloquialism as it contravened with unified campaign structure designed by the party. So the party instead urged the East executive stakeholders and party loyalists to attend the Grand Zonal Rally, which is scheduled for Wednesday, February the 2nd, in Bida, headquarters of Bida local government area of the state. So, however, no reason was given for the action of the party, but it was gathered that the state governor, Alhaji Abubakar Sani Bello, who is the leader of the party in the state, had instructed the party to stay away from the planned rally, a confirmation of the Cold War between him and the senator, the senator who was the person primarily responsible for the organizing the other lockdown rally or whatever they call it. So man, all these things are just still happening over and over again with no end in sight. So, but what the hell is going on? I thought the party was supposed to be a unified party that have a unified front, to go into this election and try to win it. If not, or are they trying to lose it? So, I wouldn't know, but from the way things are right now, it's not looking good for them at all. So, on another matter, here was the El-Rufai talking, said, where powers in Aso Rock are working against Tinubu. That was El-Rufai talking. The Kaduna State Governor El-Rufai on Wednesday claimed that some elements in the villa are against the presidential ambition of the APC flag bearer, Bola Tinubu. According to El-Rufai, the elements are against Tinubu because their preferred presidential candidate was defeated in the primaries of the APC. El-Rufai claimed that those people are working on seeing the ruling party defeated in the February presidential election. El-Rufai always has something to say. So I guess he's trying to do what he normally does. Rat some people and at the end of the day bite you, all over just to get some handouts. The Kaduna State Governor disclosed this during an interview on Channels TV on Wednesday. El-Rufai disclosed this while fielding questions on Channels Television Sunrise daily programs. The governor said those individual elements are hiding behind Buhari's desire to do what they think is right. He said, I believe there are elements in the villa that want us to lose the election because they didn't get their way. They had their candidate did not win the primaries. Why don't you just tell us who the candidates are? Was it Amici or was it Osibanjo or who? Well, he said they are trying to get us to lose the election, and they are hiding behind the president's desire to do what he thinks is right. I will give two examples. This petroleum subsidy, which is costing the country trillions of naira, was something that we all agreed would be removed. In fact, I had a discussion with the president. I showed him why it had to go. Because how can you have a capital budget of 200 billion naira for federal roads and then spend 2 trillion naira on petroleum subsidy? This was a conversation I had with the president in 2021. When the subsidy thing started rising, he was convinced. We left it change. Everyone in the government agreed and it changed. The second example I will give is this currency redesign. You have to understand the precedent. People are blaming the governor of the central bank for the redesign. Right? He said he was convinced. He said we left it unchanged. So he said the second example I will give in this, he said is the redesign of the naira. He said you have to understand the precedent. People are blaming the governor of the central bank for the currency redesign. Is that a new thing that he's trying to tell us? He said, but no. You have to go back and look at the first outing of Buhari as president. He did this. The Buhari Idiagbon regime changed our currency and did it in secrecy with a view to catching those that are stashing away illicit funds. It is a very good intention the president has. He's right. He said, but doing it at this time within the allotted time does not make any political or economic sense. Isn't that the truth? That's the fact. Because everyone agrees that the time is a wrong one. So, but then, what do you suggest? He does. Buhari is only doing what he knows. Or from the little advice, that he has from the people around him, this is all he knows how to do. Try to, recycle the same old ideas. Even in 2023, the idea of 1995 or 1994, you still think that is viable at this point in time, and he wants to try it. So now the whole thing has backfired. Has it been another government that is in place? I guess by now, the whole street, the whole country will have been full with demonstrations and all kinds of, disturbances. So, but somehow, I don't know, ever since this administration came on board, Nigerians have been subdued to the extent that somehow they've given up. They just gave up entirely. The men that used to have the strength and the voice to speak out before, most of them now they've gone somehow. I don't know. They've gone into oblivion. So, are they scared, or is it because most of them are now corrupt, or the system has corrupted them that now they are even scared to even voice out their own opinion? I mean, these are men of high calibers. So I don't know what's going on, but whatever it is, we are still waiting for for the rare people who will still come into the country or into the system and change things the way it should be. Or maybe the youth have to rise up and take the country and make it their own again. After all, the country belongs to the youth. That's what they always tell us. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call it today. I will take a wrap from here. And I'll say, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like our videos, and please help us to share. Please, when you subscribe, and you like our videos, you'll be helping us, according to the YouTube, YouTube policies, so that they'll be able to recommend these videos to others also. These times are very critical in the life of Nigeria as a country. So we all must do our own little bits, to support the system and make sure it works for the people and not just for the few. Thank you, and thank you very much.